Bringing up Graeme Kenna.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up. Or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello, Mr. Kenna. It's Mr. Hussain here. Once again, leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today is Friday, the 19th of July, 2024, and it's another lovely. For a change, it's a lovely, gorgeous day today. And ideally, a day like this, my brother would be out in the community in my care. I've got a vehicle to take him out in, considering the fact that you've denied him access to his own disability benefit money and taken charge of his finances and are effectively holding him hostage and have been holding his money hostage, and now you're looking to hold him hostage and in your private institution. So on a sunny day like this, on a Friday, my brother would ideally be going to the mosque to read do his Friday prayers, which you've now deliberately prevented from coming to a year now. So he would be going to Friday prayers. He would be out in the community, going to any free events, going swimming regularly every week, going for excursions, shopping in the community. I used to take him to White Rose Centre, go see our sister, go to the graveyard to pray for our parents. These are the parts of the package that he was receiving under my care. What is he doing under your care? What exactly is he doing now? It's becoming to be nearly a year. This is just clearly an abuse of power and authority on your part. What exactly is he doing other than being locked up and socially isolated? That was the whole point of him being out in the community, not to be socially isolated, and you've deliberately socially isolated him for a year now. You effectively want to end his life prematurely, so then you can claim he died of natural causes. My brother is going to be 64 this year, but any year that's less than 90, because he would ideally live up to 90. Any year less than 90 is a year that you have prematurely ended his life, and obviously you're now looking to end his life in the coming year or two and say, after he reaches the age of 65, in a year or two he's just going to be dead. He died of pneumonia. He's going to die of pneumonia. They say, no, he died of his diabetes. He doesn't have diabetes. You deliberately induced diabetes. How did my mother die? Why did my mother die? Under your care. When it's under your care and custody, there is no independence. You try to buy off my siblings, you try to buy off everybody, and then try to claim that it's all done in the name of justice, it's all done in the name of equality, it's all done in the best interest of the people that you're meant to be serving, when the reality is it's all lies, it's all deception and fraud and corruption on your part. My brother should be out in the community. That's what the government wants. The government knows the fact that we can't afford to keep him in a care home. The only reason that you've been in a position to now keep him in a care home for coming to a year is because of the money that you're dissipating, money that you have accumulated unlawfully by taking money off my trust fund, and then subsequently accumulating all his benefit money. So the very crimes that you sent me to prison for are the very crimes that were not being committed by me, but now subsequently have been committed by you. And you, the local authority, have made a complete and utter arse of the British legal system, isn't it? It's complete. It's perverting the whole institution of justice. It's not attempting to pervert the institution of justice. You have the whole British justice system is perverted, and the judges, particularly, you've turned them into prostitutes. They're not independent. They're just there to rubber stamp anything that you want, as has proven to be the case in my mother's case and through all the court proceedings that I've been personally involved in. It's quite clear what you do. You make judges, you make solicitors and barristers into judges with a quid pro quo arrangement for particular cases, such as cases involving myself, which are then railroaded and rubber stamped, and the British judicial system has now become weaponized for your benefit, to cover up your incompetences and idiocracy and failures in both adult social care and particularly in child social care. I mean, talking about child social care services, I mean, your neighbour next door, Leeds, I understand, is burning down with the riots in Leeds that are happening today or yesterday as a result of kidnapping children. It's both done by both you and Leeds as well, isn't it? It's done across the West Yorkshire district, if not across up and down the country, where the social services go along saying, oh, we're going to act in the best interest of the child, kidnap that child so it can be kiddifiddled and handed over to pedophiles so that you can look to sexually abused children. That's what it ultimately comes down to, child sexual abuse, and hence why the Leeds is rioting. You were attempted to take the same model and put it and map it onto the Court of Protection and in adult social cares. You don't understand. My brother's not a child. He can make his own decisions. You've not proven beyond reasonable doubt that he lacks mental capacity. In fact, you've been eager to do so. You've been desperately trying to get to the mental capacity assessment. In order for you to carry out a capacity assessment, which was done forcibly against my involvement by arresting me, putting me on charges and bail conditions, I can't see my brother. Only under those private, secluded conditions did you carry out a capacity assessment, which obviously would not show the fact that he lacks mental capacity. I have not seen this, and you're saying, oh, it's in the best interest, we not want to provide the capacity assessment. That whole case with the Manningham Housing Association was a complete and utter fraud committed by you by buying off the judges and the courts and the tribunal services, particularly Nick Goodwin, who was previously the public guardian, who's now in charge of the court system. It's all fraud and corruption on your part as a local authority. Also, you can railroad something through for your personal agenda and narrative that you are acting in the best interest of my brother, when the reality is that he's being tortured right now. He's been falsely imprisoned. He's been denied all his access to any family member, such as me and my sister. You've commissioned the services of our nefarious siblings and relatives, particularly Shaida, Adalat, Khalda, as my nefarious siblings, acting as you, the council's agents, and my villainous evil relatives or nieces and nephews, Wasim, Tasvir and Shagufta. Also, you can continue to maintain the narrative that you're acting in my brother's best interest. My brother has clearly articulated to me that he's being tortured in there. I've raised safeguarding alerts. You've seen the fact that over 6 years ago, I had raised a safeguarding alert on the 18th of July. Made a video of it. I raised a safeguarding alert on the 12th of July. Made a video of it on the 18th of July. 6 years ago, over 6 years ago. And what has happened subsequently? What money and resources have you put in place to deal with the situation? Nothing. You basically wanted to exploit my labor, bully and intimidate me, and then kill off my family members and blame me for those torturous deaths. Well, the thing is, the jig is up in it. If people in Leeds are now protesting and rioting because we've had enough of your lies and deceptions. You can't simply just lie your way through life and steal children and kidnap loved ones like you've kidnapped my brother and hold them hostage and at ransom and then
You're
claim...
approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Yes, hello, Mr. Kenna. Time is getting the better of me. I'm going to have to look to wrap this up, but I just wanted to say it's a lovely sunny day. My brother should be out in my care, in the community. He should be going regularly swimming as part of his care package. He should be regularly going to visit his sister in Oldham. He should be regularly going to the mosque to do Friday prayers. He should be regularly going to the graveyard to see, to pray on our parents' graves, people that you've already murdered. What is he doing right now? What care package is he in place? You're basically treating him like a dog, putting him in a kennel and feeding him what he does not want to be fed. He was complaining about the food that he's been dealt with. He does not want to eat your food. You're giving him takeaway foods. You're basically medicating him to kill him off prematurely and end his life so that you can then claim, oh, we're just saving money here. That's what it comes down to, you saving money. It's £1 million a day.
You've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. Message sent. Goodbye.
So here we are, every single day we're leaving a message for them, and every single day for them to ignore me and just look to whitewash the situation and claim that, oh, we're doing it in his best interest. My brother is being tortured to death, just like my older brother was tortured to death, just like my mother was tortured to death on the last year of her life. This is what they do. They won't torture people as they torture people by kidnapping their children, as per the riots that are happening in Leeds yesterday and today. So yeah, it's just completely the same old rubbish that I'm having to deal with on a daily basis. Completely ridiculous.